There are many forms of epilepsy. Some can cause dangerous seizures called drop attacks, and one such form is called LGS, and it can take an enormous toll on not only the patient, but also an entire family. Joining us right now are Dr. Julian Pawlicki and Dale Todd, whose son suffers from LGS. Dr. Pawlicki, I want to start with you. Can you give us a little background on LGS?
Thank you. LGS stands for Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. It's a serious but rare form of epilepsy that consists of multiple seizure types. They could be staring seizures, generalized seizures, and drop seizures, a particularly dangerous kind of epilepsy because it makes you fall and has a high risk of injury.
Now, Dale, can you tell us about your child's experience with LGS?
Well, you've got this 3.5-year-old kid who's full of life and looking forward to living the rest of his life, and all of a sudden, he has his first seizure. Soon after that, he began to have drop seizures, sometimes up to 5 seizures a day, drop seizures a day, and so you literally have to be with him all the time. One of the key turning points for us was when we found a neurologist who specializes in epilepsy, a pediatric epileptologist, and at that point in time we were able to enroll in a clinical drugs trial for Onfi. And I should point out that Onfi is approved as an add-on therapy for seizures associated with Lennox-Gastaut syndrome in adults and kids as young as 2 years old. And like all anti-seizure meds, there could be side effects.
Now, Dale, that video right there looks so scary. How do you and your family cope with this every day?
It's pretty graphic, and it's like, I don't even like watching it. But the reality is that parents of children with Lennox-Gastaut deal with this several times a day, and so you learn to deal with it. It toughens you, but the key is you have to find a therapy that's appropriate. You start with finding an epileptologist, someone who specializes with this disease.
And we're glad you did that for your family. Now, Dr. Pawlicki, what would you tell families like Dale's about managing those seniors, learning to live with this?
As Dale points out, the most important thing is find a specialist, either adult or pediatrics, epileptologist in your community for the proper diagnosis. Find the right management, whether it's medications or alternate forms of therapy, and seek out good information. We're speaking on behalf of Lundbeck. They have a website, onfi.com. LGS Foundation has a website, lgsfoundation.org. And in addition, for general information, the Epilepsy Foundation, efa.org. Knowledge is power. There's hope in that knowledge, and seek out the best possible treatments available.
Well, Dr. Pawlicki, we appreciate your time, and Dale, best of luck to you and your family. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Our pleasure. More Low Country Live coming up right after this.